Hello everyone, and welcome to the first video in Craftington. If you missed the last live stream, we barely got started with some residential stuff. But yeah, we're gonna work on making some new bits and bobs for the city. I did install a lot of mods. Unfortunately, mods enable you to be able to do all like the achievements and stuff, so everything's unlocked. We have infinity money. However, this is still gonna be the best city ever seen. So if you want to see more content around Craftington, leave a like, subscribe, and let's get into the video. Oh boy, we have big issues. Why? Okay, so like this is the big issue we're trying to solve, because a lot of this traffic's trying to get through to this one down here. I thought doing an 8-lane road was going to help out a lot, but it's not. So the plan, and I'm going to have to get rid of this bike lane to do this, is to create a bypass. Now this bypass, if you did watch the stream, you know, is going to curve around here and go into downtown. This is going to be downtown. So a bunch of skyscrapers, stuff like that. So it's going to curve around here and come into downtown. Cross over into here, which will be the future harbor for Craftington. So there's going to be a huge harbor here. So that bypass is going to come around and go into the harbor. There's also going to be another exit down here. But this harbor is interesting because this bypass, not the harbor, the bypass. I want for every roundabout down here to have a elevated roundabout that the bypass is connected to, with an on and off ramp for each side. So right now there's 3, and then as we go on, it'll go so on and so forth. Yeah, we obviously are having a lot of people come into the city. So I'd say, okay, I want to do 3-lane because that seems big enough. I need, so that's going to be there. I think 3 from each side is good. So 40 meters. Okay. And like I said, this is going to be elevated. So obviously we'll turn that around. So just do that for now. But yeah, that's the idea, though. Is that we'll have a roundabout up here. I'm not sure how we're going to do that yet. I figure out the best way to do this. Make sure we're straight all the way there. I'll just bring it up there. Do the same thing here. Okay. Doesn't look like the same, but I promise it is. Okay. So now to come up with an idea for a roundabout. Because this isn't exactly easy. So I think obviously awesome. So I just got this one somewhat done. Gonna remove the crosswalks. Get rid of those. Because I got rid of them here. So cars can come in, get onto the bypass. They come into here. So this acts as around the roundabout right there. It's not circle, because circle weird. And I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet. But they also can come over and get back on the highway. Or they could just come back down here. It's cleared this up completely by just doing one of them. So I think this is good for now, right? You'll have to let me know in the comment section how you think about it. I've got the, like I said, that's going to go that way. There'll probably be one that comes off here, runs alongside of it, then comes in right there. And then the highway itself is going to continue this way, go under this castle because I want to make this castle a park here. So I'll actually run into a tunnel, come out, curve, bridge onto this island. So that's going to be fun. But that's going to be its own episode, trying to zone that out and flatten it out and stuff. I still have 2 more roundabouts, and I'm thinking that these little one-ways will go the full length between them. 2. Like this can run along, then line up, still 2. I do have the prop anarchy mod from Cities Skylines 1 in here, so that allows me to make some wonkier shapes without, it looking too wonky, Um, so there is that. And I like this little thing it did. It put the poles and everything kind of on there. So that's kind of cool. That's neat. This, look at all the happy faces. All the little crafters running around. Not have any stop signs or stoplights to worry about. Now they are kind of doing some wonkiness there. As in that. I can't necessarily prevent that. I can, however, remove those. Make sure there's nothing up there. Yes, I do have to do 2 more of those. I just want to make sure it keeps working. See if I need to make any updates. That's an interesting shape right there. So I noticed the issue. There was no real main road right here. So I've created one. Now that clears up this roundabout and this main road. But that has made a stacked highway right here. And this is the interesting shape I was talking about. It's not right. I have not figured out how I'm going to fix that yet. But yeah, you see them disappearing. So I need to kind of adjust this a tad bit to get it looking right. And I might extend it out to where this is the intersection here. Because yeah. And a bunch of pedestrians can now walk across. But my thoughts were, I'm just using like a one-way. Which is not obviously working on me. Just come out at a 45. Connect that up. Those houses can actually stay there. Not sure why you'd want to live there. That shape looks a lot better. Than what was going on there. Now for this, I'm assuming I'd get rid of all that and go from here into there. Definitely a wonky intersection, if I've ever seen one. But it cleans it up a lot more. And then I need to just upgrade this and turn it around. And then do this. It looks like they still cross there anyway, so. What if we moved it back and took that one off? I think that would be better. I don't understand why you'd want to live right here. That one. We'll remove that one. Someone wants to live right there, I guess. It's still a traffic issue, though. Right there. Almost wondering if there needs to be a off-ramp that comes off to there. But yeah, I brought that across all the way there. I don't think I need to bring it all the way down. And I think This is going to be the only other one that gets a raised highway with a wonky shape. Because this is not a full thingy. Mobile. This is not necessarily what I wanted to do right here, but it works. Starting to get traffic there. This was an intersection before, so it looks like a lot more people are now choosing to come this way. Which now makes me want to read these. And again, come through. Okay, traffic's kind of figured out what to do now. Got a high residential demand, but this still needs to fill up. This is all zoned out too. We're getting very distracted. Also, I don't know where it is. I got a bunch of truck and trailer props too. We got these. We got some McDonald's props and stuff, which I'm gonna dot around. But yeah. And I think I'm only gonna do one more of these, so I thought about it. Because of the raised highway situation, this will probably be the only other location that gets it. Doesn't make sense to do 3 in a row. Doesn't, chat? Let me know if you guys want me to do a third one, because these are wonky to do. But it looks like everything's kind of clearing itself up. So we're gonna go ahead and put this one in. All right, we're done. We got it in. This one I did just a tad different, and now I want to redo that one just a tad. Got it in. These are the on and off ramps I decided to do on this side. I think it just looks better, personally. Makes my OCD a little bit happier. I don't know if it necessarily makes sense or how traffic's going to react to this one. But we didn't necessarily have a traffic issue down here, so this is a very just trial and error pretty much. The main road does go down a lot more, so things are a lot higher. That pole isn't supposed to be there. So let's go ahead and fix that, because that's not supposed to be that way. But that didn't work right. Make sure I attach it there. That's still low right there. That looks a little unnecessary, but if that's what it needs, then I can live with that a lot better. There's not a pole in the middle of the road. So, but yeah, that's the situation with this one. Oh, I missed a spot. Hold on. Same situation, roundabout up here, on and off on both sides, and both sides there. We're still busy down here, but I also believe that this is also, since it's the first main road, we're gonna have that issue. Another reason why I think it would be a bad idea down here, just because it's already busy. We have a main park right here, so lots of traffic going right there. Right. So, one last thing I need to do. That's come off here. Do that. Let's come in here. Remove that. And see. A lot of the traffic's just going to get off right there. They're not going to merge over here. But they are going to take that as a bypass. There is still traffic issues here. That's still a thing. I think this is a bad idea. And I don't think it'll be a terrible idea to add the stoplights back in right there. So we have stoplights again here. And a lot of traffic started coming down here. But we got a lot of pedestrians. That's what was causing that to back up. All right. So there's the occasional congestion. However, it's cleared up a lot. So I think that's all I've got time for this video. I will end up fixing that because that bugs me. So we got the bypass all done. In the next episode, we'll see where we start because obviously we need to expand this more. But I also want to start working towards over here and moving industrial out here. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. We're gonna get a nice shot for the end of the video. Right down here on the sidewalk. It's just so beautiful. If anybody knows of any shaders or anything for this game, please let me know down in the comments. But until next time, my name's Crafty Jack. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Good. Bye.